You'll notice he no longer suffers delusions of humanity.
Affirmative.
Well, I'm back with another load of that bullshit, fresh from the source. Now, we all know they've been messing with our food, but what they have to say in this article that I got for you right now is kind of interesting, so I'm not going to really drag it on today. I'm going to just send it. Can COP28 move us towards a new food production model?
Man, this is some bullshit!
There is no net zero without nature. The science of the latest IPCC report makes that abundantly clear. Despite this, the impact and dependence of our food systems on nature has not always been center stage at the climate COP summits. When you hear them say net zero, what they mean is net zero carbon emissions. And I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret, if you're not already in the know. You are the carbon emissions they are trying to bring down to net zero.
NANI?
There are, however, reports that COP28 could be the food COP as the world recognizes the connections between climate and nature and economic growth, and climate, nature, and food security.
Agenda!
It is good news that the world is becoming increasingly aware of the links between economic growth and safeguarding the ecosystems upon which we all rely. With recent World Economic Forum reports suggest that nature-positive policies could generate an estimated $10 trillion in new annual business value and create 395 million jobs by 2030, whilst also restoring and protecting nature. A new Nature paper also predicts that restoring and protecting forests alone could capture approximately 226 gigatons of carbon if they are allowed to recover from degradation and deforestation. That's equivalent to approximately 23 years of human emissions. Y'all are responsible for the deforestation and degradation of the forests. Y'all are the ones that spray that shit above us. Y'all are the one that spray the shit down here on the ground level. But we're the problem because we take oxygen and turn it into carbon monoxide? Fuck you.
Just take it easy. Hey, you stumbled onto something here.
A new food system? What was wrong with the old food system? And when I say old food system, I'm talking about the ones from the 1800s, from the early 1900s. You know, before, was it Rockefeller or Rothschild?
Put him back on, formaldehyde face!
Took over.
Where'd you get those glasses?
It's more important than ever that we address the current food system crisis and move towards a new agricultural model that meets the demand for food and related products while also helping the global community support its economies and reach net zero and biodiversity targets. This is gonna be a simple but powerful take.
Okay, I got an idea. That's gonna sound crazy. It's coming from another place.
Do you think there would be a food crisis if every single person was growing their own food, or at least growing a crop to go and trade with others around them? You know, kind of like they did in the early 1900s on back. But, I forgot who we're dealing with here.
New World Order!
This new food system should have a regeneration at its core, ensuring that we're giving more to nature than we're taking from it. It needs to focus on intensifying agricultural production, increasing yields per hectare in already converted degraded lands, in a way that's sustainable and enhances soil health, preserves water, and prevents contaminated water from filling lakes and streams. This should be complemented by innovative approaches like agroforestry, a land management technique that incorporates shrubs and trees into farmland. This can help boost production and protect biodiversity simultaneously by providing shade and protection for crops and animals while also improving soil health. But for this new approach to be successful, there needs to be an acceptance of collective responsibility. No single entity can do this alone. A recent workshop I attended at Brasilia highlighted a good example of this, focusing on changes that need to be made in production model for two really important commodities where Brazil is a global leader: cattle and soy. They out here talking about collective responsibility, but they ain't collectively ask us shit. Oh yeah, I forgot. They see us as the peons.
You're a bug, Mr. Wordsworth, a crawling insect. An ugly, misformed little creature who has no purpose here, no meaning.
We're not the peons. Y'all are the ants that we can squash with our big toe. If only the normies snap out of it. They talk about soy production as if we don't have that and damn near everything you buy at the store right now anyway. It's time to stop. It's time to stop being customers at their stores and purchasing from these corporations and stuff. We got to get back on the land and start growing our own stuff. We're gonna keep going down this road. It's right here, black and white for you to see. You reading it right here with me.
It's in the book.
Brazil has helped to feed the world with a system that has contributed to significant deforestation. During the workshop sessions, it became increasingly clear to all stakeholders that in order to move the country to a model that helps to meet the global need for food in a way that allows Brazil and the world to meet its climate, nature, and SDG commitments, a collective responsibility to drive change must be acknowledged. The private sector needs to understand the direct and indirect impact it has on decisions made on the ground. Government must set the enabling policy and regulatory environment to motivate decisions. The finance sector and the philanthropic, bilateral, and multilateral donors must all play their part by providing the liquidity to underwrite the change. Civil society groups need to help to develop analytics, tools, and technical assistance to facilitate change. Y'all can chew the flesh to spit out the seeds on that one. What I'm going to focus on is, once again, I'm going to keep asking this until I get a fucking answer. Who the fuck are y'all running around here talking about what the government needs to regulate and blah, blah, blah? Well, I know the government on my ancestral soil is fraudulent. Who the fuck are you, World Economic Forum motherfuckers? Who are y'all? Y'all definitely ain't from in here.
You tell me, who the fuck y'all are and what the fuck y'all doing on my block?
Yeah, what the fuck y'all doing on this block?
This multi-stakeholder approach, which takes care to engage indigenous peoples and local communities and adequately address social justice concerns, is crucial to driving sustainable agricultural intensification required to meet each industry and each country's specific needs. Gather around, kinfolk. We all know what that means. I'm from the government. I'm here to help. This time we shouldn't run though.
Because we got the streets, suckers!
We know this model works and we have seen great progress made since COP26 in the variety of sectors, not least through the agricultural sector roadmap to 1.5 degrees Celsius. This brings together major traders across soy, palm oil, and cattle in a commitment to addressing deforestation and ecosystem conversion. But more needs to be done. Governments, the private sector, and civil society all need to acknowledge and act on their collective responsibility before real, systematic change across the global food system can take place. I hope that the COP28 progresses. We see governments and business leaders move from declarations to acknowledgements and actions, so that we can begin to effect the change necessary to halt biodiversity loss and protect and restore nature. A crock of shit. So that's all I got for you this time. I really made this video to let you guys know that once that event happens, I will be looking into what they were talking about, and then I'll be back here with more information for you guys. I believe in knowing our enemy. You know, I need to know what they're planning for me. I need to know what they're doing so that we can come up with a way to counteract it. And right now, the best way to counteract it is just resist, man. Stop walking along with all this bullshit. Snap the fuck out of it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. All links down in the description.
Can you dig it?
I am a human being. I exist.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions. Send the word.